name's Julie from Sewunique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Well, a big hello and welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I think we're on episode 94, and today's episode is going to be all about what I've been up to this week in knitting, cross stitch, dressmaking, and a couple of purchases. So let's get started. I hope everybody's had a lovely week, and I hope the weather's been kind to you wherever you are. It's not been too bad here. We've had nice days, a little bit of rain, but it's still very pleasant. But it is definitely getting cooler in an afternoon. Autumn is just around the corner. And okay, I'm sad to see summer go, even though I've not had much of a summer. But I am looking forward to cosy evenings with the candles, maybe the odd hot chocolate as we get into the cooler weather, and getting the new kitchen display of all the pumpkins and all the autumnal things out. That's what I'm really looking forward to doing. Anyhow, let's get started into what I've been up to. Well, I think we'll start with the knitting. As you know, I am knitting a pair of socks. Now, I haven't done a lot on these socks this week. I have been busy with other things. And this is the Gobstopper yarn from Giddy Yarns. And I'm actually just on the foot. I've only done a couple of rows, I think, on the foot. But it's looking really nice. So I am hoping to get a little bit more done over the week. The colours are coming up a little bit stronger on camera than what they are in real life. This is quite a nice sort of pale yarn, and it's beautiful to work with. It's so soft. So I will try. My aim is to try and get the foot done over this next week. So we'll see how we go there. And I have been working on my pumpkin cross stitch because that I need to do and get finished. So I haven't done too bad this week. Didn't get quite as much done as I thought I would, but I have done a bit. I've managed to get the pumpkin done there. I have finished off the border along the bottom there of the pumpkin. I have done all the way up this side to meet the top border. And what else have I done? Oh yeah, I've made a start and put a little bit of the a motive in the centre. Now I might add to it, but I can't do it too big because this is the one where I went wrong, and I'm actually one stitch out, so it's not going to be sort of equal distance all the way around here. So I might just put a little bit of something else in there. Haven't decided yet. So I've just started on one of the little motives there. This is one of the bigger ones. So I'm going to see how many, I suppose, motives I can get done over the week, because I've still got quite a bit to do. And we are fast approaching the 1st of September. So I'm looking forward to continuing to work on this, and I'm hoping to have it done. Ideally, I would like to have it done before the end of September, but we'll see, won't we? Yes. Right, well, dressmaking now. As you can see in the background, I have got a top here. This is one of the Tilly and the Buttons, the indigo top, and I've dropped that down a size, and it fits okay. It's still quite baggy, so I keep thinking I'm going to take the top in sort of round here a bit more, but I haven't got around to it yet, but I might do that maybe next year. But this is very autumnal. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's green background and it is just covered in toadstools. It was a fabric that I had in my shop a few years ago, and I don't know, there was I found 2 meters of it when I was clearing out one of my cupboards, and so I can't for the life of me think why there was 2 meters sat in there. But there we go. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to use it to make a top. So I made the indigo top. So it's a tunic, so it goes with trousers and things like that. And oh, I'm looking forward to wearing that. And the next things I have made are the Stevie tops. I've made 3 this week, and this one is full of pumpkins, which is lovely. So this is a cotton fabric, and I have this one in my shop, just in the brick and mortar shop. It's not on the website at the minute, but yeah, I've got this, and I thought, you know, I've got to make a top for the autumn, and I have shortened this pattern a little bit on I think I've done it on all of them, because I had a feeling it was a little bit long for me, but it's got a lovely purple background, dark purple background, but I just love all these pumpkins. And the next one is some fabric that I showed you last week, and this is the autumn fabric. So this is another Stevie top, which I just love this pattern. It's so simple to make, and well, it's going to be a very staple part of my wardrobe, I think. But yeah, so you can see I'm getting my clothes ready for autumn, definitely. And the last one is I've forgotten what it's called now. Animals of War, that's it. This was my sale piece that I got from when I was on holiday, and I love the colour. So I'm hoping to be able to get some fabric, maybe in this sort of purpley colour, or a darker shade, so I can make myself a pair of trousers. So that is my aim, anyhow. So that's that one. That's all sorted. That's all the dressmaking I've done this week. I have cut out a pattern. If you remember, a few weeks ago I showed you this free pattern that you can get for this handbag, and I made this grey one for my holidays. Well, I've decided, because I got some new fabric in the other week, and it's all to do with frogs. So I've cut the bag out. So I think this one is crowded frogs, and I'm going to make a bag for a birthday, because the birthday is coming up in November. So I thought I'd make her a bag, and I might even make her a top out of one of the other fabrics, or decorate a t-shirt or something, because I'm sure she'd like that. So that's another. The bag I would like to get done next week, so it's sort of all done and out the way, so I don't forget. So that's that. And then the next thing I've cut out is, it's a blouse. I think I'm doing B, that one that's on the model with the big sleeves, and it's got buttons down the back, and I've just got some fabric in the shop, and this is a viscose fabric, so I thought, well, I'd do a sample up of a top. But this is absolutely beautiful, and it's so floaty, and the neckline is, it looks like it's gathered a bit there, as you can see right at the front, and I think this is going to be absolutely perfect. So it's very, very floaty, so I'm really looking forward to doing this. So this is something else that I would like to get done next week. So I'll just pop that away. I've got everything stacked up on the side, and it's going to end up on the floor. So excuse the noise. Okay, well, the next thing I've got to share with you, if you remember the other week I showed you, sorry for the rustling, this trouser pattern from Style Arc. Well, it is elasticated waist and it's a tighter leg at the bottom, which I think these are going to be perfect for me. I actually got some fabric for some trousers, so this is my autumn fabric for trousers. I just bought this online, and this is called, let's have a look, it's a medium weight fabric, and oh gosh, what's it called, Dove cotton canvas I think it's called. So, and this is a colourway, this is terracotta. So this actually goes really well with my top. So that's going to look really nice. So I'm looking forward to wearing these together. So I'm not sure whether to just get measured up and just cut this fabric and go for it, or make a twirl. We'll see. I just need to wash it first before I use it, just in case it shrinks. And to go with that for, I don't know, maybe a cardigan or a jumper. I haven't decided yet. I might like to make a jumper. But this is a knit fabric. So as you can see, everything sort of goes together, which is nice. Now this is, it's got like a quilted pattern on it. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera. Oh, there it is, it's picking up. So it's just a knit fabric, so it's got a bit of a stretch to it. It's not very thick, but I thought this would make excuse me, a lovely cardigan. Maybe with the pattern I showed you last week, sorry for the rustling, one of these, or maybe a button through cardigan. I don't know yet. I suppose when I decide to get it washed and cut out, then I'm going to have to make a decision on what pattern I want to use, but I'm really looking forward to making this and having the whole sort of set to go together. What else have I got? Ooh, I think that might be everything actually. I haven't really done anything else. I have spent a fair bit of time in the kitchen this week. I just had the anchoring for some soup yesterday because it was a little bit chilly when I got in from work, and I thought I just fancy something warm and something comforting. So I thought, right, vegetable soup. And I've got some chopped up, oh, I'm not sure if it was sweet potato or butternut squash. So I put some celery and carrots and onions together, and I actually used my Instapot to make some soup, and it didn't take very long at all. And you know, it was really nice. Put some herbs and spices in, salt and pepper and things like that. So that was my tea last night. I had a bowl of soup, and I had two corn crisp breads, are they? The corn, those puff wheat things, and had cottage cheese on that, and then I had an apple, and it was really, really nice, really filling. So I put most of it in the freezer. Everybody had some last night. I've left some soup out for Adele today, and I've just had a cup of soup when I came in not that long ago, because I sometimes find when I get in from work it's not sort of tea time and I'm getting hungry, and I just think to myself, oh, I just fancy a bag of crisps, and I'm like, no, no, we're not going down that path again. So I thought, well, I'll have a cup of soup, and it's filled me up. I feel quite content at the minute, so I have got time to go and do a little bit more cooking in the kitchen, because what I'd like to do tonight, if possible, is make some ice cream because Jake and Adele have been eating the ice cream, and I've got some more cream in the fridge, so I need to use that up. So vanilla ice cream it will be. And then I'm going to make a crustless quiche. I'm going to go and pick one of the tomatoes from the garden to go on that, and I'm going to make a vegetable slice. I'm not going to cook them, I'm going to pop it in the freezer, so I've got 2 sort of meals to go for next week or for the weekend. Save me doing all the prep work there. And I'm going to see what else I can do. Apart from that, there's not really much else. Well, you might have seen from the beginning I put photographing of some sunflowers. Well, I've got a small tub in my garden. It's probably 12 inches across the top of it, 30 centimetres like, and I've got a few sunflower seeds left earlier on in the year, so I thought I'm going to put them all in because they're like dwarf sunflowers. They're only about 12 inches 30 centimetres tall, that's all, and it seems to take forever for them to grow. Anyhow, they've all come out and they look really, really pretty, and you'll have seen I've got a little tiny snip of a video of a bee enjoying itself in the centre of the sunflower, and yeah, really nice. I haven't really shared much of the garden this year because of the weather. Everything was so slow at growing. It's been not a very good year for the gardening stuff, I'm afraid. I don't know about anybody else, but do you grow vegetables in your garden? How has it been for you? I mean, I've never had a bad year, but you know, this year's not been good at all. I mean, I suppose it's all just down to the weather that we've had. But the tomatoes, they've grown. There's not been as many tomatoes on the plants as I had last year. I mean, I've got 9 plants this year, and I've still got green tomatoes on there. They've only just started to go red, and unfortunately, a lot of them have got blight on, which is not good. And I have heard this year a lot of people saying that I follow on YouTube and that they've suffered with blight, really bad blight on tomatoes and just generally in the garden. The green beans, they're still producing, but they're all tough now. They're not very nice at all. So I think that the plants will be going in the composter soon. We had Charlotte potatoes. I had 36 seed potatoes, and I didn't get as many as I thought, but what I've got has been adequate for us because we are still eating them, and I think I picked them maybe about a month ago. And excuse me a minute, because like now Kevin and myself are not really eating potatoes that much, and when we do have a few, it's just a couple of small potatoes, that's about it. So yes, but they do taste nice, and it was really nice to have fresh potatoes from the garden. Even the onions, I mean, they grew, but they didn't get big, not like I expected them to. I ended up with a lot of small ones, and I must admit they are quite strong. They certainly make you cry, which is not nice. But other than that, I mean, the strawberries were really good. Had plenty of them in June. The courgettes have not really done very well. I think I planted 3 plants because I thought I don't want to be overrun with courgettes, expecting them to produce quite a few, and you could see all the flowers coming on them, which was quite late. And I think I've picked about 4 courgettes at the minute. So there's one there that's nearly big enough to pick, but that's been a bit slow as well. So we've not done very well this year at all. Even the mint's not gone mad at all. It's yeah, I don't know. Well, hopefully next year will be better. But I'm not putting as many tomato plants in next year. I'm just going to have maybe three I like the money makers. They're quite big tomatoes, so I think I'll probably have 3 of them, and maybe get 2 cherry tomatoes for the salads. And I'll probably try and do more salads next year, because I haven't been able to keep up with the salad stuff at all this year, because they do take a while to grow. But we had mixed lettuce that went down well, and I've had radish. I'm on my 3rd lot of radish now, which some of them are getting there, but they're in the sort of closed container that I've got. The lamb's lettuce is coming, but it's a bit slow. But having said that, the rhubarb's been doing really, really well. But I've not picked as much this year because I'm not making chutney like I did last year because of all the sugar in it. So that's that. So I've got plenty of chutney in the cupboard. I have been turning it into like a concentrate for like for drinks and things, which I will probably have, but I won't have a lot, but I will just share that out with family. And I am going to do 2 bottles of rhubarb gin, so it will get used up. But this will probably be the last picking when I pick the rhubarb. Well, I think that's probably all I've got to share with you this week. Yes, I've got to go and get on with my ice cream now, I think. So thank you for joining me this week. I hope everybody has a lovely week, and I hope you all manage to get a bit of crafting done. So I will see you again soon. So take care, everyone. Bye for now.